All right, all right, all right,
Hello,
America.
America.
We're here back at our home away from home.
It's a forward observation base,
Yep.
a fob, we call it.
Hey, I know that we have a topic to talk about today,
Yeah.
but since we have an audience, I figured that we could bring up some of the funny things that we talked about at Fung Shway Bingo this past week.
Oh, yeah.
Monday nights, you should sign up right here at Salted Vines. You can come here. There's prizes and everything.
Dude, you were rolling.
Don't-
You had me going.
Don't 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 show up with an attitude because we don't tolerate that crap.
Not up in here.
Yeah. So one of the great topics I had was this: we're looking for a way to earn some money. We're
Okay.
looking for to be entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So we got two things Fung and Shui are looking into. One, cryogenics.
Cryogenics.
So if some of you guys might want to live at a different time area or something like that, some of our audience, and might
Yeah.
be interested.
It's not quite as serious as you think it is, though.
Really?
I mean, you brought it up because you said you bought a couple of new Yeti coolers.
Yeah, if you get a couple of Yeti coolers and an ice machine, I got an ice machine for Christmas, and so we can basically.
I don't think that's how that works, Clark.
You
I don't think that's how that works, Clark.
All right, well, option two. So maybe that's not a great idea, maybe, but option number two was a little better, and that is that we're expanding the generation. I mean, we're expanding the property here in the United States.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And so in a look to be a prospector, isn't that what they used to do? Go west with, as a prospector, looking for gold and stuff.
Prospectors I thought were solely for gold, but I guess you could be a real estate prospector as
But
well.
what did they call those people that left and went over there for land? Like, here's the bottom line.
They were Oklahoma Sooners because they left too soon.
Yeah.
But what were they?
With land.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm not sure.
Well, here's what we got. Just to let you know, we found some new territory, and we'd like to offer our Fung and Sway listeners an early get in on it early.
Investors could be you.
That's right. And so what we've done is we've worked it out with some people, and we have some areas on Mars.
Right.
That if you'd like to get in early,
Doug wants to be the first real estate agent.
We can sell you some property on Mars at a great,
this is what I'm
out of this world
this is
price.
What I'm dealing with.
So it's an out of this world price.
Right.
Okay. So,
our prices are out of this world.
And if on the same type of, on the same bandwagon.
Not the moon, because the moon is yesterday.
Yeah. But on the same
future is Mars.
Yes. The same bandwagon of what's happened to our country lately this year after the election is that if you're looking for a conservative place to live, we've got the red planet for you. So there we go.
Mars, the red planet.
There we go.
I'm sure there's a lot of people that would like to see conservatives go to Mars.
Fung and Sway Real Estate. Our price is out of this world. So if you're looking to buy some land in Mars, we've got a deal for you. We got some stuff close to a crater. We got some stuff
overlooking a desert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The red land.
Yeah, the red dunes.
All right, but today's topic is a unique topic for our Feng Shui. It is off-season gems for the locals here on the beach. So
in a beachy town.
In a beachy town.
Yeah.
What we got going on here?
Well, everything's better. Everything's better. When we started to come up with this topic, I tried to think of something that's not better. Everything is better.
Yeah.
Okay. So you can start with beaches. The beaches are empty, right? For you and I, the way we drive on.
Yeah.
There's
no reservations.
You don't need a reservation.
Yeah.
There's nobody around you. Much more room. The temperature is still really good. Through September, through October, into November, you can still get some very, very beachy days.
What is out there right now, though?
This is absurd what we're living in right now. That's absurd. But as far as the beginning, I guess, of off season, you can still get some very beachy days. And one of the things that's kind of cool too is if you're a fisherman, you can start catching species that you don't ordinarily catch during the summer because the water can still kind of be warm. You start catching things like pompano out of the surf, which normally we don't catch here. It's kind of cool. Cobia are coming up the coast now. Kind of cool.
You might be the only person out there on the beach, though. I mean, not just you, but you might go fishing. You might be the only person on the beach that day. It's just
Yes,
totally by yourself.
you can be if you're especially on a weekday.
Yep.
If you're there on a weekday, there's chances are you might not have anybody near you. On the more popular fishing beaches,
Yep.
you might not have anybody near you for 100 yards.
Yep.
Or more.
So yeah. So off season fishing.
Right.
Pretty good.
Right. Golf.
Off season golf.
Off season, less crowds, lower prices. And again, you still get it cools off a little bit. You get some great days for playing golf in the area. Of course, Bear Trap Dune is my favorite. It's a Troon property. 3 9s, Black Bear, Grizzly, and Kodiak.
Is your? Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm green.
I was looking down. I was looking at your bosom.
Nice. But golf in Ocean City, any of them, Rum Point, Ocean City Golf Club, everything is better after Labor Day.
Yep. Yeah. So golf.
Right.
Restaurants.
Well, that goes without saying. And one of the things I've noticed about restaurants is, well, first of all, availability. You know, they're all still open, and that's increased over the last couple of years. More and more restaurants around here are staying open year round. It wasn't that way as far as 5 years ago. It wasn't like that. Now,
I believe that there's more and more people moving over here.
Agreed.
And we have more locals. I
Agreed.
think I was shocked that it used to be a vacation place. I think everyone's moving to Southern Delaware due to the taxes, to the slower pace of everything.
And we use the term local. I don't want to be offensive to people who really are local here. If you people in this area, I think the term they use is if you got to have people in the ground here to be a local, and I appreciate that and I respect that. I'm an aspiring local. That's what I title
put
myself.
People in the ground?
No, well that'd be funny, but those days are over.
Yeah. Okay.
But aspiring local, to be here long enough and involved enough in my community where people think I'd be a local. But in the restaurants, you get the local deals. Every restaurant down here at some point during the week has 25% off, 50% off, half off of a bottle of wine with dinner. If you can literally bounce from restaurant to restaurant and have a much more cost effectively.
If I'm not mistaken, on what day is JR's? JR's is over in Fenwick, by the way.
Right.
In case you haven't been
Coastal
over there.
Highway.
Yeah, it's owned by the Finn's Restaurant Group, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they have a special 50% off entrees and alcohol
one night, and then they have another one where I think it's half off a bottle of wine.
Yeah, and so just think. And the other thing I noticed, and a lot of people talk about the off-season specials, but if you come to Fenwick or Bethany or anywhere at a beach, Ocean City, all the waiters and servers are like super busy during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they don't have time. You get to know them and everything. And they're working their butt off. A lot of people come over to this area and work just the summer and make a good money go back to school.
They crush.
But off season interacting with the servers and everything, you get to know them. They're nice.
It is a nice. It's a privilege that you walk into a place. Say you walk into
Papa
Grande's. Walk in, and Jake and Luke are working.
Yep.
Okay, it's a privilege. We walk in. Jake knows us by name. Luke knows us by name. If you sit at the bar with Luke, Luke's got your drinks ready to go. He knows what you're having, and they get you set up. It's a very nice privilege to be here and have those guys dialed in like that. And and here's what I do. I realize it's the off season. I realize they don't have the volume of tables, so my tip increases for them when I leave them after. But I also think so does their service.
Yep.
I'm getting better service from them, so I'll leave them a couple extra bucks, get them through the winter, and I think that's just the right thing to do.
I think getting to go to the same places over and over again. I know that you say Papa Grande's and Jake and Luke.
Yep.
And Jake's an interesting story because he knows that we always get chips and queso when we come in. So he didn't, even before he brings us to order, he just shows up knowing we're going to get it.
He's got it waiting for you. He hits the table with it.
It's just The good guys, the managers and everything are there.
Yeah,
They're just good people.
and that's a Sodell,
Yep.
right? And Sodell, great, good chain around here. Lots of restaurants for Sodell, and honestly, they all are good.
Yep.
They all have their perks.
I think that I know that we could basically rattle off a bunch of the restaurants we go to because we got Bethany Blues and Bethany Blues. It was funny because whenever I pulled up some information about locals,
Yeah.
I know you saw that. You
Yes.
brought up the cornbread.
Yes.
The cornbread
Specifically
at
mentioned
Bethany Blues. The
as-
cornbread at Bethany Blues is like over the top, like
Right. That's their chips and salsa.
Yeah.
When you hit their table, first thing that shows up is a platter of cornbread and honey butter to get you in the barbecue eating mood.
there you go.
Yeah.
And
Lauren over there is fantastic.
Yeah.
We were in there just the other night, hung out with Lauren, and she's a great young lady.
Yeah,
Great young lady.
I think she's been there at least since before. Well, I know before COVID, she's been there a while.
She's been there, I think, 10 or 12 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's pretty much a local. Her mom and dad own that
Yes.
marina.
Yes.
It's over there. So
Yes. And she's just a nice person, let alone good at what she does.
there's a lot of things that are still open that people wonder if they're still open here. I was driving by there the other day, and the putt-putt golf place that was still open.
Really?
Yeah. I'm thinking, who's going out there at this time?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
A
crazy.
lot of them closed, but they were out there. That one that was open, it was over in Fenwick. It was a small one that was over there. So we got food, we got
Right.
breweries and stuff that's over here. What else you got on your list? Locals.
Well, that you can't ignore the benefit of traffic volume as either. It's better. Atlantic Avenue, Route 26 is navigable
Yep.
during the off season, where sometimes, or Lighthouse Road, Route 54. If during the summer, man, on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you can't make a left-hand turn on Route 54, cross both lanes. You can't do it. It's kind of the same with Atlantic Avenue. In the off season, you can. Supermarkets, with the exception of Senior Citizen Discount Thursday.
Is that what it is? Thursday?
Yeah, Thursdays.
Yeah, avoid that. I'm not there yet.
Other than that, and if that's done, but if you go there before 10 or after 10, you're good.
Yeah.
Because all those older folks but
Think we're ever going to get to that point?
No.
Okay, I'm
No.
not.
Supermarkets are empty, and I think their prices come down as well. So you can't beat it. And, like I tell people all the time, everything I need is 2 miles from my house.
Yeah.
Everything I need is 2 miles from my house. It's the Harris Teeter, and it's got the gas station, the supermarket, the liquor store, the bank. It's got a nail salon for Her Highness, and it's got a bar. It's everything you need in life. It's ice cream. It's right there.
The ice cream
You
people.
go the other way 2 miles, there's golf, and then if you go 3 miles east, you're hitting the ocean. So
Everything
you need is within a couple miles of the house.
So what do you think about this? As we're talking about this local, I was going to say the off-season weather, but
This is absolutely absurd. This
Yeah,
weather.
I mean,
I
some of our listeners I know they're in the South, and so I know
did you see the snow like in Destin, Florida?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah, Destin, Florida, in New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah.
Yeah,
I heard 7 inches in Destin, Florida.
Yeah,
8 inches or 10 inches.
you were just
in
talking about
New
that
Orleans.
place the other day.
Well, it's a point of interest for me. I had started looking at maybe at condos and stuff down there, but I was looking at condos there to kind of escape the cold here. Go spend a month and a half down there, 2 months down there. No, I got to go further south now, is what it's telling me. Can't be. I'm not dry. No, I'm done with snow.
You know what I recognize though?
What's
I mean,
that?
you whenever all of a sudden when things fall into place, things fall into place. It's like things just start working out.
Yeah.
And so there's just a lot of things that happened since January the 20th, since last Monday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that started taking place.
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of people had to go back to work. I mean, that have been working from home for a while. They were told they had to go back to work. There was a lot of things being solved. But one of the things I noticed, I was checking out the social media, and with less than a week, global warming was evidently solved.
It's amazing.
I mean,
Uncle Donnie took care of global warming now too.
Within 1 week, global warming's taken care of.
amazing.
We don't really have that problem anymore.
Right. It's amazing. I tell you, it's kind of off topic, but
Yeah. We've already switched from local stuff
yeah.
to
There are things that he's going to do for this country and for law enforcement to make their job easier that are big that I almost am sad that I would miss.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some things on the horizon with him, some policies and procedures that I've read about, that he's talked about, that are just the right thing to do for law enforcement people.
Well, so I was looking through my list of things that basically put here with food, with the
Yeah.
boardwalk. There's
Yeah.
no one on the boardwalk.
No, it's cold on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
Although, to our point, in the off season, that's another great place. If you want to go and find deals, you can walk the boardwalk and find some summer closeout deals on, summer swag, stuff like that. It's there. It's
breweries are all over the place too. There's been a flock of breweries.
There is, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Do you?
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all. I think that Ocean View Brewery is more of a restaurant area.
Yeah.
They do their own stuff.
Right.
But
You got the Bethany Brewing Company.
Yep.
He's straight up beer and makes his own root beer too.
Yep.
Straight up, he's beer, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
There's a lot of breweries around, so you definitely want to hit those when you're over here. And I think a lot of locals go over there and do that too.
Yep.
Like we mentioned last week, the music scene is unbelievable.
Yes. Couldn't agree more. That's still going on all off season long. You can still catch your favorite local acts in bars and restaurants and stuff like that. Our buddy Dustin, he still has a very, very.
Is he better?
Yeah. His calendar is still booked, and I think he's expanded his repertoire, changed up his repertoire a little bit. We saw him 2-3 weeks ago in Harpoon Hannah's.
Yep.
And I thought they sounded. He had the band with him. They sounded fantastic. He was great. Great.
So here's the thing that came across that list. I was very curious about. Sort of sparked something
Yeah.
for me, and that is best taco place that comes to your mind. Because I know the one that basically popped up. Because one of my favorite taco places, but I think it's closed, is Grab and Go Taco over in Fenwick.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now Shake a Shack, don't they do tacos?
I believe they do.
Yes.
Yep.
And we know that Driftwood Desserts, Maddie, she's up in there. She makes great Smith Island cake. That's another great thing about being down here. Smith Island cake. Oh.
Yeah, Maddie, Driftwood Desserts at the Shake a Shack. She comes over here with us a lot whenever we're doing our Fung Shway bingo. She wasn't here this past week.
Yeah.
But because I was going to ask her about the Smith Island cake balls. I think she should do that. Just bites. I'm going to basically, Maddie, I want you to focus on that.
Great idea that would be.
Yeah, I think so. And so, but yeah, the desserts over here, there's a lot of good desserts. Hey, what's morning? I think it's Morning Buns.
Yes, Morning Buns. Yeah.
That's a great place over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's going on.
New place that just opened up.
Where's that?
In Fenwick. Surf Bagel.
Oh yeah, you go over there a lot.
Been there a couple times. Got to get that bacon, egg, and cheese on it, everything bagel in the morning.
Yep. There we go.
Yep.
So there we go, Fung Shway audience. Local things, gems here on the jewel of the Delmarva coast, right here, Bethany and Fenwick.
Yeah.
And
so
look,
it's cold out there, man.
Dude,
Stay warm.
Cold. Stay warm.
Go online, book yourself a trip. Jamaica, Aruba is really nice this time of year.
Cancun.
Cancun. Get out of town.
Yeah. Is it snowing in Mexico?
There was parts of Mexico that had icy roads.
I don't understand what we did.
Utah, they didn't know what to do.
I don't know what's going on there. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, there we go. So, all right, Fung Shway audience, until next time, until next week, stay tuned. This is basically, we're just going to be giving you some reviews, telling cool things happening here on the Eastern Shore.
Yeah.
So there we go. Restaurants, you got golf, you got local things to do here. It's worth it. Swing on out. Come over here in your off season. Until next time, see ya.
You've been listening to the Fung Shway podcast. Stay tuned for new episodes every week.